All right, we about to do our recap. Boom, boom. Hey, what's going on? What's going on? How's everybody doing? Happy Thursday. Man, today was a great one. 1K a day keeps the job away. Let's go. You got to have faith in your strategy, your technique, so that you can be repeatable and take the same setups over and over and over again. In today's session, I'm going to walk you through exactly why I called the trades I called out in a live trading environment so that the team can follow suit if they'd like and or confirm, the entries that they've taken on their own, right? So I like to share with you why I do things, educate you so that you can do the same things for yourself. Because if I go on vacation and I'm not here for 5 days, I want you to be able to get what's yours in the markets, understanding the three major pillars of success: risk management, trading your plan, and staying consistent. Those things play out over and over, right? But in the end, hey, it's just just trading a plan. A lot of people lack a plan coming into the markets, and that's kind of why I want to show you a day trading technique that we use every single day. I'll then show you how we swing trade using the same system, and then how we invest using the same system. If that sounds good, cheers, get your coffee, and give me the next 10 to 12 minutes, all right? Before we get started, I'd love to hear where you're watching this from. I like to see where I'm able to reach people and impact them, whether you in Japan or you in Texas. Love to hear it. So just comment down below where you are watching this from. At any given time, if you feel this resonates with you and you want to live trade with us, just comment beast mode in the comments, and I'll send you my email and give you an invite to one of our Friday trading sessions, totally on me, so that you can see what we do. All right, so first things first, real simple, repeatable process. We have Swingmaster Pro and our Profit Pivots, two proprietary tools and indicators that we use inside of our trading group each and every day. Let's rock and roll. A red candle on a pivot, we take a breakdown. A green candle on a pivot, we take a breakout. So if you just traded off the 2-minute chart, you see how candles are red? Well, that means that we should be trending to the downside, right? So once we hit this pivot, right there's a pivot, I'll take a breakdown right there. We got it right here. And if you took this at 39, it hit a low of 17, but we'll just say 19 for 20 ES points. That's $1,000 per one contract. Can you get the whole move? Absolutely not. You might, but the power is collecting a piece of this move. Imagine getting in here and getting stopped out there, or getting in here, getting stopped out there. When you can make a consistent $100 to $300 on every one contract, that's the power of staying consistent and trading your plan over and over and over again. All right, so first trade, we took a breakdown right here. That was worth money. Second trade, this candle, I wanted to take a breakdown right there, and nothing ever happened. So one of the toughest things about day trading is staying consistent and disciplined to the strategy, right? Then we come all the way back up here, and the market was still red. This candle turned green. If you wanted to take a breakout, it's super aggressive right there. That's enough to get you 150 to 200 points on the ES market. But with the overall market trending still down, we did like the breakdown right here. We hit this pivot. Here's your breakdown. Boom, another winner. Here's a pivot trade right here. Breakdown. Boom, another winner. My goal is to get you one or two winning trades in the first 30 to 45 minutes of each day, which will put us in right there. So you got this nice, clean ES breakdown. So all those that took ES, they were all very happy. Now, coming in here to NQ, right? I called a breakdown right here. Same pattern, same setup. Took a short, and as you can see, this one down from 431 down here to 280. 380 to 431. That right there is about 150 NQ points or 600 NQ ticks. That's money. But could you have gotten 10 to 30 NQ points in this drop? Yep. And that is right there where the magic happens. Then We got another pivot breakdown, which we called right there. That's 20 NQ points. I got a nice little winner on that trade. Then the next entry we called out was a put entry right there. And bada bing, bada boom. 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, all within the first 30 to 45 minutes of the day. To be honest and direct with you, a lot of people took this ES trade and this NQ trade, and they were done for the day. They left before it was 9:35 East Coast time. So, or 9:37 East Coast time. So we got to trade around 9:34, and they were out by 9:37, and that's okay because our goal is to get green, stay green, and go enjoy the day, right? CL, if you took that same pattern and setup, you can see right here, we are between two pivots, so we don't get no trade setups trading this strategy today on that symbol, and that's okay. Now, I trade stock options and I trade futures. Let's transition over to the stock option side. Tesla, we called a pivot breakdown right here. Or I'm sorry, the first 5-minute bar. No, yeah, right there. We called it pivot right there. Some people wait for the breakdown right there as well. That's totally fine. Either direction, you got a nice winning trade. You got another pivot trade right here. You got another pivot trade right there. If it broke down right there, if you took this, you might have got stopped out right there. Or if you put your stop out up there, then you're good. But let's just say you lost right there. I took this first one up here, and I was done, so I did not take anything more on Tesla. But I'm just sharing with you a nice repeatable process and pattern that you could have taken. Here's another breakdown. Here's another breakdown, and that's what you see right now. So that right there is definitely looking good. Trading the same pattern, same setup over and over and over again. Now we come in here and we look at another trade that I called out. This is our SPX Lotto system, right? It is totally independent to itself. One trade a day and you walk away. 2 days ago, we took a loss. Yesterday, we took a loss. And I just want to say that to say this. The previous 18 days was winners. So over the last 20 trading days, we were 18 winners and 2 losers, right? And today, we got a nice winner today. So the power of this strategy is we use our AI Lotto high as our call strikes, our AI Lotto low as our put strikes. And what happens is we buy this and we put a lot of resources into this specific contract because they change every single day. This specific contract has a high probability to go 50 to 100% ROI. Now what happened was we broke down, took the puts right here, bam, 10 minutes, we done. So the last 21 days, we are at 19-2, and I would say that's pretty good. And the reason we have multiple trading vehicles, just for the record, 19 divided by 21, because there's 21 total trades, that's a 90% win rate. Would you be happy with that? One trade a day? Absolutely. What I'm getting at is that a lot of people, or some people, or a lot of people love this. Some people don't, simply because with it being our lotto, our typical stop loss is 50 or 60% ROI. And some people can't stomach that. And that's totally fine. Each individual has different risk preferences or tendencies that fit their trading personality or persona, and they gotta trade to their strengths. So with that being said, just picture this. If we made a measly 30%, right, on our winners and took a 50 or 60% on our losers, check this out right here. If you have 19 winners times 30%, right, that's 570% collectively. On our 2 losers, you have 100%. So we're going to do 570 minus 100, which is 470%. If you traded every single day with $500, your $500 is now worth, right? You take 500 and you times it by 470%. What is it going to be? $23.50. Now, this happened in 1 month. Would you be okay, or would you be happy if you turned $500 into $2,350, trading the same repeatable process? Absolutely. But I'm just saying, we don't always go on a 19-day win streak. So I built this out. If we go 4-1 on the week, from a probability with an 80% win rate, that's still going to win. Same thing. If you take 4 times 30%, right? That's 120% minus the 50% winner. That's 70%. ROI on the week. If you do this for the month, you times it by 4, that is 280. So if you take your $500 and you times it by 280 percent, your $500 turned into $1,400 at the end of the month. That covers your subscription and grows your account by a lot. And that's the power of our one trade a day strategy on the day trading side if you like to trade the lotto system. All right. Now, you might be watching and say, well, I can't day trade. That's totally fine. We're going to type in Google with an L, and we're going to show you how we can swing trade, right? And I'm going to come down here to 1 day, and I'm going to show you a nice repeatable process that we have, right? What if I told you you could wait for a green candle, green arrow, 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 green candle, green arrow. What if we waited patiently, sat back just like this, had faith in our tools to do the work, and we got a signal that says we got a green candle, green arrow? Would you be confident enough to take the trade? I would be. Guess what? Once that candle prints, do we get expansion over the next couple days? There's 1 winner, there's 2 winners, there's 3 winners, there's 4 winners, there's 5 winners, there's 6 winners, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there's 7 winners. And this one, let's just say here's your stop out. You still be holding it, but today it might stop you out. 7 and 1. Let's bring the calculator back up. 7 divided by 8 equals 87% probability. It's a little bit overperforming. I like to tell people 83 to 85. You can see our probability right here in our ledger is 85.3. That is one trade that we can get. Now, if I come over here and show you the opposite trends, guess what? Red candle, red arrow, red candle, red arrow, red candle, red loser, red candle, red arrow, red candle, red arrow, red candle, red arrow. I wouldn't take that because look how big it is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a loser. So 5 and 1. Pull the probability up right here. 5 divided by 6 equals 83%. That's not bad. You're still net profitable. Our goal is to be green at the end of the week, month, whatever section we're trading at, right? Day trading, we want to be green at the end of the month or end of the week. Swing trading, we want to be green at the end of the month, right? And understanding that is true power of the strategy. Now, you can say, well, I don't day trade at all. I only invest because I own businesses. That's totally fine. Now you take the same setup and same tools, and you come over here and you put on a investing chart, right, for the weekly time frame. So let's just say you have 1K to start, right? Here's one buy, here's another buy, here's another buy, here's another buy right there. So you have 1K and you put $500 into this trade right here, and it goes up. Oh my goodness, I'm losing. Brandon, I thought you said that this is a great investment. It is in good companies. But when you invest, just like houses, they don't go up 50, 100, 200% in days or weeks. Sometimes it takes weeks and months, right? So then we get another buy right here. We put another 500 in. So here's our first buy. Here's our second buy. Our average will be right there. Now we have 1K. So our average is about 124, right? Up here at 180, that right there is 60. That's 50% profits. So your 1K up here is at $1,500. All right, so check this out. Now you can sell out, let $500 ride, and bring 1K back to the pot. Then we get another buy right there, right, at 160. Now bring your 1K back. Now we got $1,500 into this trade, all right? So check out what happens. Over time, price goes up, and if we bought it right there, right here, this was our average. Our new average price will be about right there, 140. Now check this out. Up here at this high, that's $280. That's $280. Your $1,500 is worth 3K up here. There is no way that you should not be taking profits. Why? Because your account doesn't grow until you take profits, right? So even if you didn't held it to that tippy top up there of 280, right? Let's just say you put a stop in about 240, right? If your average is about 140 and it went to 240, you're up about 75%. So let's just say your $1,500 is worth $2,500 right here. All right. Guess what? sell out, let $1,000 ride, right? And then you bring $1,500 back to the pot. And now you got something else to put into this. So we clean all this up. We got $1,000 in Google. Now keep in mind, these four blue dots, they're dividends. You get paid a dividend just for holding that. You might get 5% or 3% right there. Here's another dividend. So let's just say you get three. Here's another three. There's a free 6% you get just for holding this, right? Then we let it go. Then we come in here and say, well, I'm against crypto, but I want to invest into some crypto, right? Or we'll just go to the mammoth, GBTC, Bitcoin. And we look at this right here, right? And if we zoom out, and let's just say we put it right here, here is one buy, here's a second buy, here's another buy, here's another buy, and there we go. So now we got $1,500. Let's just say you put in $500 right here, or $1,000. We'll say 500. Well, at 10 to 20, your 500 is worth 1,000. At 30, it's at 1,500. At 40, it's at 2 grand. Right here, your investment's at 2 grand, right? So now we got 1 grand up here. Now it's 2 grand. Sell out, keep 1 grand in the pot, bring 1 grand back. Now we got 2K up here, right? So let's clean this up. Now we got another buy right there. So then we take a buy here, buy there. This is our average of 20. And let's just say you put another 1K in. So now we got a total of 2K. Now our pot goes to 1K up here, and our average is 25. Guess what? At 50, your 2K is worth 4K up here. Sell out, let 1K ride. Now you're bringing 3K back. Now we got 4K on the side. Keep in mind, we still have, right? We still have $1,000 in Google with an L. All right. So now here's another entry. So if we bought it here, here's our entry. We bought it back down there. It brings our cost average down a little bit. And we have 1K in the market still. Now we take another 1K and bring in 2K. So now we go from 4K back down to 3K on the side, right? With a cost basis of $20, right? Up here at 40, right here, it is worth 4K. Sell out, let 1K ride, bring 3K back. Now we got 6K. And then up here, your 1K is 2K. Sell out. Now we got 7K. And then we get a buy. And we can put another 1K in, right? So now we got another 2K position with our average about right here at 30, right? Then once it goes up here, once it goes up here to 90, right? Well, we'll just say 40. Once you go up here to 80, your 2K is worth 4K up here, and do the same thing. Sell out, bring 3K back. Now we got 10K, right? And we're still holding it right now as Bitcoin is selling off. So I say all that to say this. Why do you take profits in an investing account? Well, I just shown you how to strategically invest. We start off with $1,000. With 2 companies now, we're at 10 grand on the side, and we have 1,000 in Bitcoin and 1,000 in Google with an L, waiting for another on-sale opportunity. Does that make sense? All right. So this is why I tell you to take profits. If you put in 10K or whatever amount you want, for simple purposes, 1K, and your 1K is worth 5K up here, and you look in your account, it's at 5K, but you don't do nothing, all the way back down here at this buy, your 1K is now worth 1K. So you let 1K go to 5K, back to 1K. How many has that happened to you before? If that happened to you before, just put a me in the comments below. It happens to everybody. You can't hold it forever, because at what point are you willing to take some profits to reinvest into that? But that's just my opinion. So that is how I trade, day trade, swing trade, and invest with a strategic plan and a repeatable process over and over and over again. Then I got some of these tools, screeners that we use that give us things that are moving in a timely manner. So with that being said, hey, it is Thursday. I'm going to give you back your day. If you're watching this, or you know someone who wants to live trade with me tomorrow, just comment down below. I'll send you a private invitation to come see how we day trade tomorrow. I'm going to forewarn you, we're crazy with one common goal, to get green bags, but we have fun and we love what we're doing. So with that being said, you guys have a blessed one. Catch me on the next one. Beast mode out.